Hello, how are you? Welcome back. I'm Julie Samaco, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we teach you the art of wreath making and faux floral designing. Listen, so many of you have been asking about how do we make our trendy bows that you see in our wreaths? These. These beautiful bows, all of the bows, how do we make them? We need help. Where do you get the ribbon? How do you know what patterns coordinate? I want to sell them and I don't know how to price them. I mean, there's are just so many questions that we have been getting from all of you. And so, what we've done is put together a course. It's called Bow Making Masterclass. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm here to help you. But I thought I would go through some of the issues that I see bow makers or people who are learning how to make bows have. So I have been teaching for 13 years now, and online, but also in class with people, so I can see their hands and I can see what mistakes they make. So I pretty much know the common issues that some people have when they're trying to hand tie their bows. So I thought we would go through some common mistakes you might have and try to help you. And then also, I want to give you an inside look at some of the things that we're offering inside of our holiday bow making masterclass this time. We've had over 3,000 people go through our bow class and they've just raved about it and they love it. And so I'm so excited. We're going to be doing it again coming up this later this month. But here are some of the mistakes, or some, I wouldn't say mistakes, but some issues. Look, it's all in this recipe book you guys get to download. I mean, my gosh, look at all of this information. We've got our photographs, recipes written out, um, and then also, just is all here for you. So this is one of the things offered to our course people taking the course. All right, so number one, you guys ask your questions and I'll answer them. But right now, I was going to just try to focus on this, but I'll definitely answer your questions at the end. Okay. Number one, I think people get stuck because they think that there is one way to tie a bow. I know when I started making bows, my mom tried to teach me. I couldn't get it. And I was so frustrated. And I thought, I will never figure this out. Then I was working full time, and I remember being in the lunchroom, and a lady was there tying bows. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. I just can't figure it out. She showed me a way, and I realized it was completely different than what my mama tried to tell me and try to teach me. And so after decorating for my own home for many, many years before I even started my business, I realized, there's just no right way to make a bow. There's several different ways that you can hand tie a bow, and you should just find one that feels good to you, that's comfortable, that you can do easily and reproduce and make really good, bows that you're happy with. So don't get stuck. If you see somebody hand tying a bow or using a bow maker and it's something that, you just can't grasp, don't worry about it. Go and try a different version. And that's why we're giving all of these different ways of making bows to you, because we want you to find one way that feels good for you so that you can be successful, especially coming up during these holiday seasons. We all like to decorate with bows. And listen, if you didn't know this, decorating with ribbon and bows is a great way to make a huge impact on your holiday decor without costing, an arm and a leg. I mean, yes, obviously we could get the very expensive 4-inch, double-sided ribbon that costs basically $40 for a 10-yard roll. Don't get me wrong, there's some very expensive ribbon out there. But you could also use inexpensive ribbon. And when you learn to use it in specific ways, it just gives this huge impact without you having to, buy more florals or fill in, like let's say, for example, you want to just decorate a little piece of the lantern on the mantle, just put a bow on it. Or you want to decorate your mailbox, just put a bow on it. You know what I mean? So it's a great way and it's inexpensive. And so I've been doing it for years. And so I thought that just if you could learn how to use ribbon with your holiday decorating, you're going to be so pleased. And all of your neighbors are going to be like, oh, can you make one for me? Anyway, so one of the things too, I was going to say is if you were hand tying or you're trying to learn how to hand tie a bow, make sure the reason, y'all, this is my office. Okay. I got a little sidetracked. I'm in my office right now, because I want to share my screen on my computer. So I thought I would do it in here and then share my screen because I want to show you what it looks like inside of the bow making course. All right. You're going to get a sneak peek. But anyway, when you're trying to hand tie, okay, this is one mistake I see a lot of people making that are doing it for the first time. They start in one hand, they move it to the other hand, then they move it back to the other hand, and they move it back to the other hand. So what I want you to do is if you're trying to learn to make a bow and hand tie it, you're going to use your non-dominant hand, whether that's right or left, to hold the ribbon, and you're going to use your dominant hand, whether that's right or left, to form and shape the bow. Don't move and don't switch hands. You just hold it in one hand and use your dominant hand to form and shape the bow. And I promise it's going to be so much easier. Now, will you get it the first time? Probably not. I mean, I didn't. A lot of people don't. It takes practice, just like baking, just like, anything you want to do and be good at. It's going to take practice, practice, practice. Okay. The other thing I find that when people are hand tying their bows, they use the two fingers right here, and that's it. Like they try to hold everything possible for that bow into the tips of their two fingers. You know what's going to happen if you do that? You're going to get this cramp that goes right here, and you're going to be struggling to finish the bow because your hand is just going to give out because it's going to be tired. It's going to cramp up and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And you're going to just want to let it go. Well, okay. So number one, don't rely on just those tips of your fingers. You've got to rely on this from your palm all the way to the tip, from your palm all the way to your tip to feed your ribbon in. Do I have some ribbon? Right here. All right. So when you are putting your ribbon in, you start with those two fingers, but then as your bow gets bigger and bigger, it gradually starts going all the way down the palm of your hand. Okay. And then look how loose this is. Like if I pull it, I can pull it and adjust it. That's how loose you should be holding your ribbon when you're hand tying. So that's going to prevent you from getting that hand cramp. I know so many of you have said that happens to you. The other thing I was going to say is that bow making is layering, just like wreath making. Bow making is layering, okay? And you could choose to start to form your bow at the top and then finish on the back, or you can start your bow on the back and then finish on the top. It's completely up to you. Remember, I said there's no right or wrong way, but bow making is all about layering. The layer on the back is longer, bigger loops than the layers on the top. And that's what creates this little dome shape. Okay. So if you remember, and we've got this little template to download in our class for you to remember, if you remember to make your one layer be a certain size loop, and then the next layer that you add on top of it, you come in an inch, and then you add another layer on top of it and you come in an inch, and then another layer on top of it and you come in an inch. And if you come in an inch with each loop size on your layers, you're going to create this dome shape look that we all love. Here's kind of another one, right? All right, so the other thing I was going to say is twisting. All right, now to twist or not to twist, you don't have to twist. You don't. But if you want your loops to be, perky, you're going to want to twist because look, I'm going to make my bow. All right. I'm going to make my loop, pinch. And instead of twisting, I could easily come up this way. I see bow makers do this all the time. Again, there is no wrong way or right way. All right. And then you make another loop, this might not be a good example because it looks the same on both sides. All right, and then you don't twist and you bring it up and you create the next loop. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. However, you're going to find that these loops don't necessarily stand at attention and give it to help create that dome effect. And sometimes you're going to have the wire in your ribbon is going to be thinner and it's not going to hold the fabric of or the weight of that loop. So this is why I say, maybe I should, I'll just keep this one. This is why I say you need to twist, because if you twist, what that's going to do is it's going to give it a more of a standing up look. All right. So if your loops are saggy, it could be that number one, you haven't twisted, or it could be number two, that you have your loops too large for the ribbon quality that you're using. I don't know if you could tell a difference, but just by twisting, it makes these loops stand a little bit higher. And so when you start to come in with the next layer and the next level, it'll just help to increase that little dome effect. I'm not going to tie it off. All right, let's see. We'll put that one over here. But you can just see, but I don't know. I don't know if you can't, but for me, I see it holding it in person. Twisting makes my loop stand up, forms the bow. But you don't have to twist, okay? I just was helping you if you're like, wait, my loops look all saggy and I don't know why. The other thing that, let's see, I did that. Okay. And then the other thing is I talked about that. And I think those were some of the tips, like some of the, what are some of, let's see if anybody here has questions. Oh, how do you go? If you want to join our class, you could go to bowmasterclass.com, bowmasterclass.com. I'll add that. I think some people were asking. Okay, you can go to bowmasterclass.com. All right, so that hopefully will help you. Now, one of the other things I get asked a lot is about coordinating. I'm going to put this back on the roll because, hey, we ain't wasting no ribbon here. This is a commodity worth like saving. One of the things I get asked also is, what if we have little strips of ribbon that just, I don't want to throw it away, and it's just too good, because you're like me and you're a ribbon addict and you're like, I just can't imagine throwing it away, but I can't make a bow with it because it's not enough. Well, we've got some bow recipes for you that uses smaller strips of ribbon just to help you use up what you might have. The other thing I was going to say is that if you have problems or trouble like trying to decide how to pair colors together, we've got solutions to give you inside of the course as well. Helps you to decide which colors to use, which patterns go well together, and how to make them all talk to each other. So for example, just a quick sneak peek is to find a ribbon that you love. That's not one I would love. This is one I would love. Okay, because this is one that it would be very, pretty. Like this would be my focal. Like I would find a ribbon that I just absolutely love. This is my focal. I want to make a wreath with it. I want to put it in the Christmas tree. I want to do whatever, right, with this, right? Now, from here, I would choose 3 colors. And that's one of my biggest secrets, is choose 3 colors. Now, can you choose 4? Absolutely. But if you are starting out, 5, absolutely. But if you're starting out and you just cannot figure it out yourself, and you're just like, I just don't know how you're picking all these colors and making them look good, choose 3 colors. And then all of the ribbons have to have one of those 3 colors. So I brought this over for an example. My focal ribbon, I brought over another coordinating ribbon, and you can see the 3 colors. We've got moss green, orange, and burgundy. All right. So this ribbon has the same colors as this ribbon. I bring in another ribbon that has the same colors, right? The orange. So choose 3 colors and make sure each of your ribbons have those same 3 colors in them, and you cannot go wrong. So here we have one, we've got the same, basically the same colors, and it coordinates well with each other. Over here, the same thing. We've chosen the 3 colors, and they all have it, so it coordinates really well with each other. So that's kind of a little sneak peek. Speaking of sneak peek, I'm going to show you what is inside of our course. Okay. Do y'all want to see what's inside? All right. This is the first time we've ever done a course. Like, it's usually been join me on a Facebook Live for the weekend and we'll try to cram it all in. And then you need to, we'll have the videos in the Facebook group, but then you can't find it because hello, Facebook. And so, we decided to put it all in a course for you so that you can log in and access everything. So once you log in, you're going to click on a circle. I think yours would probably be blue. Mine's pink, I think, because I'm an admin. And everything is literally right here. So we have our welcome page. We've got join our private Facebook group. You can receive text alerts from us so that we can let you know when we get another coupon code from one of our vendors, or when we're going to go live in the Facebook group, you'll get an alert from us. The other thing that you're going to have is the live schedule. So with your course, you get access to our event that's going to happen at the end of the month. It's going to start Friday, August 26th and go through the 28th. If you can't make it live, it's all pre-recorded, not pre-recorded, but it will be recorded, and it'll be right here waiting for you to log into this course and access it indefinitely. Okay, so all of this you're going to have access to indefinitely. In years past, we would have an expiration date because we couldn't set it up this way. Now, this year, we get to set it up like a course. You can access it indefinitely, which I'm super excited to provide. But you can see one of the things we're going to be doing is just incorporating bows into holiday decorating. Okay, so how do you make a tree topper bow? How do you put ribbon in a Christmas tree? How do you put ribbon in a garland? You know, there's so many ways to put ribbon in a garland. What about how do we make a mailbox topper? How do we make a simple wreath with bows? Okay, so all of that is going to be discussed in the live event. And so that's why the live schedule is right there. But I go through like ribbon tips, some of the tips we went through with you today. Just now here on the video, we go through all of the tools that we use, how to coordinate ribbon, how to go shopping for ribbon. If you are shopping online, can I get oh my gosh, shopping online is so intimidating because I get started and then I get overwhelmed because of all of the options. And then I just stop because I'm like, I'm not checking out. I get distracted. I didn't have time and I've completely forgot. And here the holidays are coming and I got to figure out how to decorate a wreath, or I got to figure out how to decorate the Christmas tree. And so I want to give you my online shopping tips. The other thing I'm just going to show you are tips when you're shopping in stores. Some things I do, I'm like, okay, it's okay to do. I mean, it's not like I'm breaking the rules or anything, but there's certain things that I do when I'm pairing ribbon together. How do I know it's a good quality before I go check out? Things like that. And then we go through ribbon quality and ribbon texture. So for example, if I click on the ribbon quality, we're going to go through like all of the different sizes of ribbons and why they matter, and also ribbon texture. But if you just click on it, you can see there's going to be a video. And then once you watch it, you just click next, and it's going to take you to the very next section, which is we start with one ribbon bows. Okay, so we're going to give you formulas. Right here is a formula. And it's all also in this booklet that you get to download and take with you shopping when you're going to be shopping for your own holiday decorating. You're just be like, I want to make this bow, so let me get this amount of ribbon. But we tell you how much yardage is in it and what type of, what size ribbons you're going to need. So we start simple. We start the basics. We start like how to choose it, how to buy it, where to go buy it, and then also one ribbon. But we're going to progress. So we're not only going to give you one way to make a one ribbon bow. We're giving you several different ways to make a one ribbon bow, because remember I said there's more than one way, and you find one way that works for you and stick with it. But once you go through the one ribbon bow, then you're going to progress to the two ribbon bow. We do the same exact thing. We're going to be using 4-inch ribbon in this segment. Then you've got the 3 ribbon bow, and then you've got the 4 ribbon bow. So you've got all of these different options for making a different bow. It's just, to me, it's just, I love that we've put it all together here. We've even, look, there's even one where we include raffia in this bow. And then if you want the replays for the event, they're going to be right here on this tab. The other thing is pricing, okay, and boxing. So y'all, have you gone to Etsy and priced bows? They are $27. And so if you want to buy a multi-ribbon bow for a wreath, it's going to cost you about $27. And but some of you are like, I want to make a little extra income. You know, gas is a little expensive now. So you can learn to make bows and then sell them. I'm going to show you how to price them. I'm going to give you the spreadsheet that I use to and the formula that we use in pricing our bows, and also how to box them and ship them, so that if you want to ship them on Etsy, you can. All right. And then our bow making resources. So here's our template that we give you. We've got like a ribbon size guide, and we've got also a bow size guide, because I know a lot of you are like, well, what size bow goes good on what size wreath? And so I've come up with a guide like this. If you're making a 14-inch wreath, this is the size bow you should make. Now, obviously, it's to your own liking and taste, and there's no right or wrong way, but it's just sort of a guide for beginners. If you're just like, I don't know, I need a little assistance. So that guide is going to help you with that. Then the other thing is going to be like the event that we're going to be doing at the end of the month. Let's see if there's any questions. So we had some people ask the price. If you go to a bow making a masterclass, some people are asking for more information. That's where you go if you want to sign up. The price is $27. So you get all of this, you get the downloads, you get the templates, you get my resources of where to buy ribbon, you get our coupons, you get access inside of our private Facebook group, you get access to our weekend event, and you get to keep this indefinitely. It's $27. I told you you could sell one bow on Etsy and pay for the price of this course, right? This is going to be huge. I am so excited to offer this for you guys. Let me see if there's any other comments or questions that you might have. So here, look, y'all, just to think about getting you into the holiday spirit, the holiday mood. It's going to be soon, coming up soon. Online shipping for ribbon is very overwhelming. I'm just learning. I think I signed up for your course, but I'll have to watch it on replay. Yes, Sheila. And if you don't know, if y'all have any questions, you can always just email us at just go to southerncharmreads.com and contact us there. Okay. Let's see. I took your Bowmaster class about 2 years ago. I have a Bow Dabber Pro Bow and and the 4-in-1. I'm still practicing how to make by hand, because I would really like to know. It does make it a lot faster when you could do by hand. That's for sure. But listen, I feel like there are some people who just have issues with their hands. I can foresee it being me one day with arthritis, as much as I use my hands to make right now. But if it's arthritis or whatever it might be, there is no shame in using a bow maker. And one of the things that I wanted to show you, let me just switch back over. If you happen to watch this on a mobile, let's say you're watching this on an iPad, I want to show you what it might look like. We don't need to see my text messages. Let me just get out of this. This is what it might look like. I've got to push this over. And am I sharing my screen? Isn't it interesting that it's not sharing? It didn't share. How odd. Well, we show, if you go to bowmasterclass.com, it has it, I show you exactly what it might look like if you were watching on a mobile device and how to access it. Because I know some people are, have issues finding things and what to click. Let's see if it's going to work now. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is what it will look like if you're on a mobile device. Your course is going to be right here. And then when you click on it, then you're going to be able to scroll down. And then these things you click on to open them up, or you click on them to close it. So click on it to open it up and click on it to close it. All right, so that's how you would use it if you're on a mobile device. So it's pretty, I think it's pretty easy. It's a really cool little platform that we're using for this. Do you feel like the bow maker is a crutch? No. I would, for me, it is, because I'm just used to hand tying, and I always, when I started learning how to make bows, we didn't have any bow makers. That was not a thing. And so, or if there was one, it was confusing, or it slid all over the table, and, you couldn't get it to work for you. And so to me, it was a little harder to do. I don't think it's a crutch. I think if it's something that you like, again, I say do what you like, do what you love, and you be you. You do you, boo. do you do you make even odd number of loops? It depends. So every recipe is written out for you. Like I said, you get to download the recipe book, and some of them are even and some of them are odd, and it depends on what layer you're on and what loop you're using. Jessica feels like she's all thumbs when it comes to hand tying. That is a normal feeling that a lot of makers get at first. And so don't be afraid to just try it. Okay. Just try it. Just keep practicing and keep practicing, and practice makes perfect. I learned so much from watching you make bows. I can finally make bows by hand for the first time ever. Love that. Love that. Let's see if there were any other questions. Yeah, if you want to go to Bowmasterclass, somebody's asking how to join, just go to bowmasterclass.com. So you can log in right now and have access to all of this training that I just showed you. Like, all of that is ready for you. And then at the end of the month, we're going to do live class. We're going to be doing live, like I said, decorating a tree. We're going to be doing like adding ribbon to a tree. We're going to be adding ribbon to garland. We're going to be creating a couple of wreaths. We're going to be doing an arrangement with ribbon, just trying to use mailbox topper. We're going to be using ribbon and holiday decorating. So that's going to be the live event, which is the end of this month. Where's the class? Jimmy, if you go to bowmasterclass.com, you can have access, get yourself access to it. Let's see, forgot my question. I just seen it in the portal. Oh, okay, cool. Any questions? Let's see. Will the class tell you how many yards? Yes, it actually will. So remember, I showed you, we've got all of these tutorials or the recipes. We actually say, if you want to make this bow, you're going to need 4.5 yards of ribbon. All right. So we tell you all of that. How do you download the recipe book? Once you log in, if you have purchased, you're going to want to log in, and then you're going to go to the resources tab. Let me increase my page, because there we go. It is going to be under the bow making resources. It'll be right here. So all of our downloads are right here, the bow making resources, and that's where you can download everything. Are the resources available immediately? Some of them are available immediately. This one is going to be available at the end of the month. And let me tell you why. Because we want this to be a completed thing that you print once. And look, we already know what we're going to be doing during the live event. And we have little placeholders for the pictures. And so at the end of the month, it's going to be completed, and then you'll be able to download it. The Bow Masterclass is very well done. I have been making bows for decades. I still learn so much from you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Is that ribbon size guide for making bow wreaths for new members only? No, this is for, so if you are a Wreath of the Month Club group, if you've been in the Wreath of the Month Club before August 1, you get this as a courtesy. This is included in your membership group, as we do with other things, to include it in your membership group. But if you are, what was the question? I forgot. No, so the guide for what size bows to make for what projects is inside the course to download right now. Do you have a video for that gorgeous cream and green wreath you posted today? No, I don't. I answered you in the Wreath of the Month Club group, what I did. I gave you the formula though. Do you need to create an account? You do. So when you go to buy and you check out, it's going to ask you for your email. A lot of times, be careful what you put in your email, because a lot of times people will type it wrong and then they don't get their email. So make sure you type your email in correctly. And then as soon as the transaction goes through, go check your email. It might go to your spam folder, so check there, but check your email, and all the instructions for logging in are going to be there. And you can always reach out to us at southerncharmreads.com. Click the Contact Us page, and you'll be able to find it. Can you tell us where you purchased your half Christmas tree? Gwen, I purchased that at Trendy Tree many years ago, Trendy Tree. Let's see. Any other questions that I might have missed? Okay, we've already answered that one. I think we've answered that one. Yep. Just signed up. Yay. Where is the class course? I said, yep, we answered that one. I think if I've missed your question, I'll have to come and answer it. But I just wanted to come on and let you guys know that it is, we are having our bow making masterclass. We only do this twice a year, spring and then the holidays, the fall. And this is the one where we're going to have an event tied to it. So you get to watch the event. You get to, like I said, you get to access all of this for an indefinite time frame. And then it's $27. Like literally, I could go sell this bow on Etsy for $27 and pay for this course. And you get so much more than just learning how to tie one bow. I want you to learn how to make this bow, but then also how do I incorporate it into my holiday decorating after that? You know what I mean? So we're going to try to take it up a little notch this time for this bow masterclass. Yes. So if you, the Wreath Making of the Month Club is going to open up at the end of the month. We do have a private access for anybody who wants to join it in the bow making masterclass. But if you've already taken the class, or you know how to make a bow and the bow making class is not for you, or for some other reason, we do open it up, Wreath Making of the Month Club, at the end of this month. And that is a group, same thing. You get to access our member portal that has all of our videos. We have education and like how to choose color, what elements to add first, what are the principles and elements of wreath making design. And once you start understanding that a little bit more, I feel like it opens up a lot, like things like that. So we do that. It's going to open up at the end of the month. We offer 5 to 8 new tutorials every month with kits. Like for example, today we made a wreath, and people were able to go buy the kit in order to make the exact wreath that I demoed in the group. So that opens at the end of the month. Cynthia, all of that's going to be in the course. How do you decide with the length of the bow and for a 7-foot tree? All of that is inside of our course. Okay, that will be inside. Best class ever, says Jody. Oh, thank you. All right, let's see. I think I answered all your questions. If I'm getting ready to head home, it's at the end right now. It's after work hours here. If you have any questions, or this sparked any questions that you have whatsoever, don't hesitate to comment here or send us a message. Go to southerncharmreads.com, click Contact Us, and we'll be glad to get back to you. Okay, I'm here for any questions you might have, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.